Hi, I'm Kelly Spell, and it is July 30th, 2020. I'm filming this video in my studio in Hixson, Tennessee, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about my pandemic quilt. I call this quilt Stay in Your Log Cabin. I started making it in early March 2020, right around the time that states were issuing stay-at-home orders because of COVID-19. And originally, I thought of it as a way to symbolize people staying in their homes, isolating in their homes. But it also became a way for me to explore the idea of home as a safe haven. So what I ended up doing was, this quilt is about 27 inches square. It has 140 log cabin blocks, and they are very tiny. It's probably hard to see here, but it features a pink, black and white polka dot print. And then a lot of the logs of the cabins are white on white prints. And so initially when I started making these, I was making blocks that just had squares of people isolating inside their houses. That's what it symbolized for me. And then as this pandemic has evolved over the last few months, more and more people started going outside. People were arguing about masks. And so it became a way for me to work through my feelings related to this pandemic. I think initially I was under, like a lot of people, going through a grieving process of losing our normal life, quote unquote, and adjusting to this new pandemic life. And it was a way for me to kind of exert control over the chaos. So these tiny log cabins were a pretty monotonous assembly. Each log was specifically cut for its location. And even though it's a relatively small block, it takes a long time to do that. And so this was just me repetitively, monotonously working through my feelings of grief and frustration about the pandemic in a very systematic way, in a way that brought comfort and clarity and thinking. Sandra Sider put out a call for quarantine quilts. She is writing a book called Quarantine Quilts: Creativity in the Midst of Chaos. And it is expected to come out in 2021, and it will feature, I think, almost 100 quilts that were made during this quarantine time of the pandemic. And I'm very pleased to share that this quilt will be part of it.